Hello! Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, or as we like to call it here on the GonzoEwok channel, Geordie Space Program.
You've always got to do the jazz hands when you say that as well, I find.
You do, I mean, I don't think people appreciate that we're doing that.
It comes through in the voice quite strong, I think. You know, you can pick up when somebody's doing the jazz hands when they're talking.
Now we're going to resume our recently saved game. If you watched our last episode, we were just doing some science to try and unlock some additional parts so we could try and build a funky new rocket to take us to the moon. Because we were lacking some of the necessary components, so we're just going to get straight on with it, I think, and
totally
design ourselves a rocket. Do you want some input on this one?
I totally do, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So
I know what I'm talking about just as much as you do. We've both had equal degrees of failure.
Right, I'll tell you what I want then.
Right, what do you want?
So, get 3 of the radial parachutes up on that.
3 of the radial parachutes.
Yep.
Up on the top. Oop, missed it. Good start. 3 radial parachutes.
And then underneath, I think one of the old the science juniors. We're not going to have a decoupler or anything. We're going to bring this. We're going to take it all there. We're going to bring it all back.
The whole rocket.
Yeah.
You taking the piss?
Nah.
Okay.
And then what we want to do is put underneath that a 400 fuel tank.
Do we have a 400 fuel tank?
That's, yep, you were just on it, one up. Yep. And then side mount at the bottom of that point.
You've memorised this. Side mount 2 200s.
I reckon so. Yeah, I'm starting to doubt myself now because I was kind of... I'll tell you what, even better, get rid of that 400.
Get rid of the 400.
Whack on one of those tri-adapter thingies.
Utility or structural? Structural.
Structural, aye. There we go.
Stack tri-coupler.
And then we want 3 400s.
3 400s.
And then put the little wussy landing engines on there.
No,
we want the 400s. No, the 400s.
The 400s. As in...
Yep.
As in 200 liquid fuel, 200 oxidizer.
And then get the whatchamajigger on there. The little fuel tank. The little... That's the one.
That one?
That's the one.
Small engine.
Now, I'm just thinking maybe we should have a decoupler between the adapter and the Science Junior.
Pardon me.
You put a decoupler in there because we'll not need that when we're coming back.
So the idea is to take it all there and take all of it most of the way back.
That's the one. So, and then maybe put 3... Oh, I was going to say 3 goo canisters, but then we'll lose them if we put them...
You see, what scares me about carrying so much stuff and not shooting it off is how I'm going to successfully land on the moon.
We've listened to you for 3 fucking hours worth of commentary here. This is going to work.
Okay.
So, on the top, right up on the top of the thing, where we normally put a parachute, put a goo canister if we can. Just a single one sitting square on the top, so we've got one. Just the one, if possible. Yep, that looks fucking wicked. There we go.
Okay.
Right, and then we want decouplers under these ones.
Oops, sorry, I've got to go back on asymmetry mode. 3 decouplers, yep.
Cool. And then what we need is some of those 800s. Now I reckon 2 800s a piece.
You see, this is
Shut
where...
it.
Okay, I'll shut it. I would put decouplers there because it's going to be a lot of empty weight that we're carrying around when those are
hang
empty.
on, yeah, that's actually a very good point, probably. Hang on.
So if we do it...
No, we want 2 800s. Back to back, and then we want those 45 engines, them's the ones, get them on. Now scroll up a little bit as well, I just need to double check something here. So, yeah, we'll probably want... Hang on, no, that is the decoupler, isn't it, for that little landing stage that we've got at the top?
Yes.
We'll want some landing legs as well. So up next to the engines, put a fuckload of those down.
I'm going to stick girders on to make it
All
more
right.
stable.
If you insist. Alright.
Because this is going to be quite a heavy machine, so I want the leg spread. It's utility, actually, isn't it? Where's utility? 3 legs enough?
Well, we can give it a go. That'll be alright.
Okay.
Right, okay, so move the whole thing up a little bit.
And we're putting more on underneath it.
Well, yeah, that's going to be like a transfer Bernie stage. We're going to carry all of this up into orbit.
Okay.
Right, and then some more decouplers under that.
Should we start... we'll quickly check this before we start adding things. So we've got 3 rockets, decoupler, The landing 1, 3 rockets, parachutes, that seems fine.
Yep.
So you want 3 more decouplers, yeah?
Yep.
If this fucking works, I'm going to be so embarrassed. I've been building all these rockets and getting nowhere.
It's not quite what I've been doing in me single player, but it's thereabouts.
Okay, next stage.
Right, I think maybe hit it with 3 800s under this, and
3 800s. It's going to need to go up even more.
I'll give you a choice on this one if you want to put 2 800s.
No,
on,
I'm following your instructions.
Right, get 3 800s on. We're going to be having more than this as well, for the record.
I still think we're going to be carrying around a lot of dead weight when
Fine,
2/3 of this
they're
tank's
way
empty.
next to now when they're empty, and we're going to burn all the fuel. So, yep.
45 engines?
Yep. Right, and now what we need to do is we need on the outside of these another 3. So do you see how we've got the 800s at the bottom?
Yeah.
We need 2 800s, 3 of them attached to the bottom.
You need 2, not 3.
Yeah,
just
and
2.
And we'll want radial decouplers on those ones because we will get rid of those when we need to. Yeah.
So you want another 2.
Yeah. 2 800s. Yeah. Now it can be a bit fiddly. I've learned to fit ones underneath these.
Yes, it certainly can.
Oh, there we go.
That worked nicely. 45 engines, yeah? And we'll probably want some sort of structural
struts,
support for them.
Get them nice together. More struts, the better.
That'll be fine.
No, I'd like maybe a couple more as well. Do you see the little gap where we've got between where the decoupler is, but at the bottom? It's a bit fiddly, but see if you can get one in there as well, just to hold it together.
Here. Is this what you mean?
No, I mean like attach it to the one on the outside. Well, yeah, that's fine as well. But
Nah, that'll hold them. You don't need to attach them to the rockets on the outside. That'll be hunky-dory. That'll hold them all in position.
Right, okay, then the last thing that we need to do is we need some solid fuels as well.
Solid fuels on the outside. How many?
I think... Now, I was going to suggest, you see, that we've got kind of the 3 gaps in the middle of these ones on the outside.
That means nothing to me. 3 gaps in the middle of the ones on the outside.
No, fuck it, ignore it. So go down to the bottom.
And you want to stick 3 of the largest ones we've got,
Aye.
which is the Rocker Max solid fuel boosters.
Get some of them on. Now, probably strut them as well.
Strut them.
Strut them. Cool. And then I think maybe some... Do we want some nipples on the top?
Well, they don't do anything, but you do like them.
And you see, I'm trying to sort of differentiate this from the nipple party because this is all down on me.
Do we leave the nipples? This
Right.
is a fucking monster.
Fine. Right. So the other thing is
What I don't like is that you expect me to land this. This is a lander to you.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's a lander and a come-backer. You see?
Okay.
We've got fuel here. We can land and then we can bring it home. That's the whole point.
Next plan.
Right. I'm thinking handling might be a little bit tricky.
Oh, hang on.
Understandably.
That is wonky. See that?
It's a wonky as piss. What about the other ones? Are they?
Yeah, we seem to be good now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, aye, that's fine.
Although those radials are attached to the wrong bit. There we go.
Champion. So, I'm thinking, as I was saying before there... Oh, what are you doing?
Is there an
Break me
undo
chain of
button?
thought. No. I mean, not that I know of, anyway.
I was just trying to grab that and toss it away.
Wait, we just leave it. The other thing I think that we could do with them, as I was saying before there, third time I'll try and say it, I'm thinking handling might be a bit of an issue. So maybe some of those little winglets or something like that up towards the top end. I'm thinking maybe on that like middle, sort of like that's going to be our transfer stage.
Or here.
Yeah. So we've got them on just to help it go.
Okay.
Right. Anything else that we might need to take?
Body bag.
The faith that you've got's astronomical.
We might want some legs on this, because we've got a decoupler there just in case we need to ditch this.
Oh no, we're going to ditch that anyway.
So we'll want some legs on the Science Junior.
Why?
Because the Science Junior is really sensitive, and if it hits the ground, even when you've got a parachute on, it tends to explode.
Right, I wasn't aware of that. It's a good call then. So, I think that's looking fucking wicked. Probably we should get, because now we've got general construction, move it a bit closer to the ground and put some of those holdy things on. We just on the outside, and I reckon that should be
You do realise that people have probably enjoyed the building stage, but now they're going to have to, a bit too low, sit here while I check through the ridiculous amount of stages that you've added to this rocket.
It's fine.
Right, do you want solid fuels going on their own, or do you want those liquid fuel burners
Everything
to
at
go
the bottom goes at once.
Everything goes at once. Oh, good, I'm glad to see that you're following my ethos on that.
Right, and get some of those on just to hold it. Yeah, I'll do. So we want the solid fuels, all the engines at the bottom, and those decoupling things, the red things to come
There
off.
are 6 liquid fuels.
I still don't think that's enough, frankly, but we'll give it a go.
And I want the solids going first, then the outside liquids, then the bottom liquids, then the next stage, then they go, then the lander stroke escaper stage, then the final Kerbal lander stage. What is your name for the beast you have created?
We'll call this the nipple-less wonder.
The nipple-less wonder.
Mark 1.
Mark 1. You know what the name of the craft I got in my single player game? The one I managed to land on the moon but not get it away again was called? The Mega Cock.
There we go. Well, this probably puts it to shame, I guess.
It does. This has far more juice than the Mega Cock did.
Right, get it out there and get it up in the fucking air.
No. You need to pick a crew member.
Right, we want somebody who's... Right, Bobless seems the way to go. Bobless can get in the nipple-less wonder.
Bobless.
He hasn't got much courage, not that it matters. But
We wish you well.
Full of fucking stupidity. Right, so no sabotage in this, no hitting space until you're supposed to. Get the little lights on.
Fuck me. Whoa! Have you seen the way that's wobbling?
Right, we'll have to get it up fairly quick then.
Good to go.
Go. Right. Now, do you know when I said don't fucking sabotage?
Okay, he survived. Let's get to the Space Centre.
Bring it back in. Right, we might need to...
Hang on, cancel. I've got to cancel the throttle. There we go. The problem there was that I had the I had the struts releasing before the engines fired.
Now,
So
I've got to recover.
There's nothing in principle wrong with the nipple-less wonder that we know of yet.
Well, there's not. It's fine. This is the perfect design. Before, can you remember? I forget which one it was. I believe it was Gonzo Loves the Ass, and was going, "Oh, this will be perfect." That was effectively childlike meandering.
Gonzo Loves the Ass got to a Munna encounter.
Well, it was just the little changes.
Still Bobless, or do you want to give him a break?
No. He hasn't done anything yet, he just sat in the rocket. There was a little bit of a commotion underneath him. And then he's came back in, where that's not on, he's gone straight back out there, and he's going straight up. So you've done it again. The staging at the side.
I'll fix it, don't you worry.
You were about to hit the button, I saw you.
Maybe. Okay.
Right, turn the throttles up.
Throttles are up.
Get it going.
Oh.
Now it's starting thrusters that'll build to a nice meaty crescendo.
Oh, I am so scared of this rocket.
I think it might need a few more liquids on the bottom.
Yeah, if there's one thing this rocket needs is more fuel tanks.
It does, more fuel and more rockets.
I'm still very scared of it.
It's fine, look, straight as a die. It's picking up speed quite nicely. Slow and steady wins the race. Not all about speed, I've changed my ways.
It's going to be absolute pisser to try and manoeuvre into an orbit because it's not going to want to
It's not, because bits will drop off as we get going. It's going to get lighter and easier to control. The
It's
more
still going to
control
be
we're going to
pretty
need.
fucking weighty by the time we get up there.
It's fine.
Now, this is where we rely on the staging being right.
Oh, fuck me! Your spacebar isn't working again. We're supposed to fix that in the gap between episodes.
There we go. I got it.
Well, I'm still putting that down as sabotage, just for the record.
Sabotage. You I'm sure everyone heard me frantically fucking pressing the button there. Oh, I can't believe I haven't used this keyboard in ages. I only got it out because my other keyboard, one of the fucking buttons fell off and won't go back on again. It's only the H key though. I don't think we need that for anything. We could get that one out if we need to. Does H do it? I'm not going to press the H button.
No, yeah, definitely not going to press the H button.
So, I mean, not the best apple axis I've ever seen.
It's fine.
But we've still got a lot of pork left.
We'll have. Now, providing the spacebar works again in a couple of minutes, remember, we need to jettison off those ones outside.
Yes, so I've got my eye closely on it.
But this is the design that's going to win.
Should I start the lead now? I mean, we're at 10k, but we're also not at a very high apoapsis. You want to lead?
Why not? I mean, personally, I think the issue that we've got here is we need... You see how we've got the two 800s at the bottom of the 45 engines? Mm-hmm. We need another round of those filling in the gaps that we've got there. That's what we need.
I'll do a gradual lean. A little bit at a time.
Kick off the other ones. I'll have to go.
I take my hat off to you. This isn't looking bad.
See, there we go. After that moment's silent contemplation there as well, that was riveting video.
Well, it's up to you to provide the riveting bit. I'm kind of concentrating on not blowing up your ship right now.
Alright, so I think what we've learned here is that more is better, but the problem is we didn't have enough.
I disagree.
I think if we had maybe 2 layers of solid fuels and another three sort of little doubler bits around the bottom, I think that'll do the trick.
You sound like you're giving in already. I mean, it's probably the best thing to do at this stage.
Well, we're going to kick off, and really, I mean, depending on how much fuel we get out of this next stage, that'll make the difference. We'll see how we kind of get on with it, but there's a lot of fuel in that transfer stage as well. It's really, I'd hope this launch stage will at least get one orbit.
The lean hasn't helped if you look at our actual proapsis, periapsis, proapsis?
Prograde.
Yes, it's barely moving up. So perhaps the lean was early. But I mean, I'm not familiar with this crazy rocket design you've created. Oh, I may have pressed space at the wrong moment. But don't worry, the rockets are still working and they're still taking us up.
So what did that space do then?
You see those rockets at the bottom that are firing?
Yep.
They're no longer actually connected to the craft.
For God's sake. So really we have no control over this anymore then?
If I try and move, I'll probably
don't try and
lose
move
the
then. It's pushing we. Look, it's pushing we. We're getting there. We've no idea how much fuel is in those though, so we're not going to be able to use those to do our burn, and now we're going to have to use the landing stage to do our transfer burn and get one in orbit in the first place.
Be honest, I don't think there was going to be much fuel left anyway. I'd be surprised if it doesn't run out.
There's loads of fuel in there. That's a new stage. That's our transfer stage. Shitloads going on there. That would have had one. Would it? Perfect.
I can lean with it. I can lean with it and still bring those rockets with me. You see? See, am I a sexy motherfucker or what?
I don't know how you manage that, but I'm impressed.
See, I am using rockets that are not actually part of the ship to move us into a Kerbal orbit.
Unfortunately, because we can't control them, though, it's going to be a bit tricky to actually pull the orbit, though, isn't it?
It doesn't matter. It just means
we can't cut them and then kick them back in once we hit apoapsis.
It just means we'll end up in a very wide orbit. Is all.
I'm glad that Bobless was probably the stupidest of all the Kerbals that we have, because well, if he knew what was going on, he'd be bricking it. That capsule would be full of shite.
That's a mental image I didn't want.
Can you imagine the poor sod that's got to open the door when he comes back, though?
Okay, I mean, this is still not ideal, but I mean, it's kind of getting us sort of to where we need to be.
Fucking hell. I'd just like to point out, I think this would have worked.
I think it would have. I think it's still made. I mean...
Might get me towards poor Jeb.
These fucking fuel tanks, Jesus, man.
I told you, see, more is better.
I've learned Okay, it's out of fuel. It's out of fuel.
That gave her though. Come on. Look, it's nearly kind of got one orbit even doing that.
So let's experiment with some manoeuvre nodes, because we're going to be a little further out than I'm used to. So actually, hitting the moon's going to be a bit of a weird one. I mean, that's not too bad.
See how long that...
That puts us... I want to try and get a better manoeuvre node than that one. Let's try it a little bit earlier.
That's not bad, you know. I might miss it there, though. Gonna have to come in and around.
I mean, unfortunately, we've wasted all this fuel getting this huge wide orbit.
There wasn't much we could do about that after you hit spacebar, was there?
Where the fuck is the moon? I've lost it, man.
Can you not just you can click on the manoeuvre and just drag it around your orbit. If you get it out to about the right sort of distance,
You can do that?
yeah,
Wow, man, that is the shiz.
and then you can just grab it in the middle.
Hang on.
Oh, that's pretty close.
That is pretty close. Well, actually,
It's not that close, but if you click on the little circle in the very middle of it, when it's open, like it's expanded, just grab it and drag it. There you go.
That's pretty sexy. So if we try and move it out a little bit further from there.
It's a little bit closer. Still not much, though.
It's still not very close.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. This is all just academic at this point because we ain't got the fuel to do it, really.
Yeah,
we've only got 3-400s in the little crappy engines. It'll take forever.
It will not. Let me jump back in and 34-second burn.
Oh, that's not bad. Look at
34-second burn.
I mean, a 34-second though, when we've got piddly engines and only like 1-400 for each engine, I don't think that's going to give enough to be able to do a landing and come back.
It may not, but it may give us enough to get a landing, and that brings us closer than we've ever been. At least in Geordie Space Program.
I still think, really, if we just sent this back home and then did it again properly, with maybe just a couple more little engines attached, a couple more little fuel tanks, maybe another set of solid fuels to get it off good at the start there, would have been fucking there by now. We'd be there and halfway back.
Possibly, but unfortunately I don't think we've got enough time left in this episode to do it. So I think we just press on and see what happens.
Right, fair enough. You're calling the shots on this one, but I think we could have been done by now.
I would like to, for the record, state that I am impressed with your rocket design.
Totally.
You have a fantastic rocket, Mr. Gonzo.
Thank you very much.
When am I going to need to start my burn? On 17 seconds.
Out there, yeah.
Neville, please.
That's not bad, mind.
Nice. 17, we're halfway through the burn. I'm not having to do any adjustments here. It's nice and stable. Keeping an eye out on it.
So I think we've just about nailed this, mate.
Maybe overshot a little bit there, but that's nothing that we can't pull back. Let's go and check the fuel tanks.
Oh, come on, that's pretty good. That's enough for a landing.
Definitely enough for a landing. Right, so the Mun periapsis is pretty close. And, oh, there's my missus. Hi!
Hello.
Hiya!
I was not expecting people.
We're recording as well, on YouTube.
You're now on
sorry.
YouTube.
So I think we're sitting fairly pretty here anyway.
Yeah.
Fast forward time up a little bit, get a bit closer, get yourself over your prograde, and then just start burning until we've got a decent orbit, bring it down, about 5 kilometres, start your landing.
Well, let's see what happens when we burn there, and see if we can bring it in for a collision course. Almost forget how to do this.
Get down on that periapsis.
It's probably best if we just wait till we
Yeah,
get
wait
closer.
until we actually got there, yeah, that would make sense.
Wait, we actually close and get there, try and bring it into an orbit. We've now got the Mun in counter.
Right, there we go. So, on that periapsis, hit it and then start burning prograde like a bitch, and then we're sorted.
You think?
Totally.
Retrograde.
Yeah, that's the one. And then do that until that periapsis comes down. See if we can get it about sort of like under 10.
Oh, fuel efficiency, we're best to get as wide an orbit as possible and then burn retrograde from there.
Alright, fair
Fuel
enough.
efficiency wise.
You do it. That's probably where I've been going wrong.
Because otherwise you're trying to bring that all the way down rather than bring the closer one all the way down. Okay. We've got an hour, shall we do it in real time?
No.
I'll just find the manoeuvre node to make sure I'm all ready. And that I don't overshoot the mark. It's okay.
It's alright, you're on YouTube now.
You'll need to think of a cool handle for yourself if you're going to join in the commentary.
So I can say embarrassing things about you two.
Definitely not.
There's nothing at all embarrassing about us. Although, what I am thankful for is that this will finally get rid of that sort of hint of
The
homosexuality that we have
that's
going
been
on.
building over our previous videos.
You completely cut over my perfect burn as well. You said, what's embarrassing? And I would have said, your face.
Oh.
Well, it's there anyway. There you go.
Whoa.
We're going for all time.
I'm panicking.
We don't.
That's fine. A 16-second burn. We've got plenty of time.
Got loads. Now we don't.
Panic. It's fine.
Still started a touch early, like, but we'll see how we'll get on.
Started a touch early, but it'll all be good in the hood. 8 seconds.
I think we're sitting fairly pretty there.
Way I'm Mara. In an orbit.
Bosh. How much fuel we got? Still, it's getting closer. We're not coming back from this, just for the record.
You think?
Nah. By the time we've got ourselves in, what? Oh, that's collision.
Yeah,
Give it-
that's what we're going for.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want collision. You want maybe about like a 5 kilometre over the top, because then that gives you enough space to start doing your landing.
But
That's not going to give you a landing. You're just going to hit the fucking moon like a dart, like all of our other previous attempts.
I've landed like this. Trust me. I'm the pilot. You're the rocket designer. Okay.
I just think this is pretty fucking silly. And okay, right here, all bets is off. If you hit the moon like a fucking dart, like I'm predicting, well, this design is kosher, just needs a little bit of tweaking. Next time we'll come out here, I'm flying the fucker and I'll put it down.
And if I land, what do I get out of it?
Credibility.
I'll take credibility.
There we go.
I want you to admit that
I'll
I was
admit-
right and you were wrong.
Fair enough, I'll admit that, and I'll also bout your superior piloting skills, because I think this is going to take some doing. You want to be pro grade, don't you?
Yes. I've stopped the forward speed so I can. Well, I want to be retrograde, but I've stopped zooming forward so I can find my manoeuvre node.
I need to think about these terms a bit more carefully before my mouth.
We should just go back to
We should have a,
prolapse and relapse.
I think we should hop back in and have a look at where a little lander there as well. See how it's.
Our little lander, this monstrosity. You see, I'm going to have 3 times the thrust than I've ever had attempting a Mona landing.
Just be a bit easy on your throttle, and you'll be fine. Right, come on, see if you can bring it down.
And then again, it's a lot heavier, but the weight is going to be counteracted by the lower gravity of the Mon. I'm not going to lie, I'm on new, unfounded ground.
Right, get ready for that burn then.
Okay, in 8 seconds, well, 9 seconds, or however
So
many
we'll do
seconds.
2 before. Go!
That was not a 2-second burn or whatever. There we go.
Right. So now we're going to hit the moon, and you've got to stop that happening.
I can stop that from happening. There's plenty fuel.
I think you should put the legs out.
I think it's a little early for the legs.
I think, we're going to hit the light side. That makes a change. I always end up hitting the dark side by accident.
Well, bearing in mind, I'm going to be slowing down as we come in.
Yeah, we should do, and we'll be able to actually see what explosion. That'd be
But
nice.
I'll be burning retrograde, so it might pull us back a little bit.
See if you can aim for that crater. If you can get into that crater, I'll be well impressed.
That is asking way too much. Plus, landing in a crater isn't the best idea. If you land in the bottom, but if we land on the side, we're just going to tip the fuck over.
Personally, I think that it's all, again, it's all academic because you're going to hit it like a dart anyway, so it doesn't matter if you land in a crater on a slope, on a perfectly flat thing, you know, doesn't really matter because there's still just going to be a horrible explosion.
You have so little faith in me. I mean, I've given you no reason to have faith in me, I will admit that. Nevertheless, it stings a little.
Oh, that's quite a nice view.
That is a lovely
see the moon,
view.
See a little bit of the Kerbal.
Okay, we are still a fair way out. I think I can afford to speed time up a little bit. Oh, we're going round this way. Oh, that's sexy. And it's a curb and eclipse.
Nice. So, when are you going to start your burn then? How high up do you want to be?
15,000 feet.
Right.
Sorry, 15,000 metres.
It's very precise here.
Normally I'd say 10. But I'm a bit worried about how fast this craft's going to...
It's not actually coming in at a ridiculous speed, mind. That's not a horrible speed. I mean, that's enough, obviously, to kill you many times over. But it's not horrible in the grand scheme of things. I've came in way quicker than this before. Never landed it, of course, but... sitting alright. Oh, it's getting close.
It always looks so fucking big. I mean, I'm still a long way out, but it looks so fucking big.
It's going to look a hell of a lot fucking bigger very shortly.
Oh, this spin is a little out of
You might
control.
want to just tap the engines on. That might give you a little bit control over it.
I don't want to waste any fuel.
I thought you were going to start your burn at 15.
15,000.
Oh, right. I thought you meant 15 kilometres, or would that be 150 kilometres? I get confused.
Why am I not spinning or moving or anything? Please tell me we're not out of electricity or something like that. We are out of electric charge. Okay, I'm going to have to... The engines do build up electric charge, don't they?
Oh, the little ones don't, I don't think.
We've run out of electric charge. I have no control over this rocket.
Fuck.
We forgot to put any batteries on it.
Now, you see, when we were building it, you know, when I'd said, oh, is there something else we need? That's what I was thinking, fucking batteries. So, okay, well,
Alright.
Bobless is dead.
Bobless isn't dead. I got this.
You reckon I'll be well fucking impressed if you can do something with this? Ain't gonna happen. You've got no control over it.
I do with the rockets.
There's a painful silence here in a Geordie Space Command.
I just need to make sure that the arse end's sort of vaguely facing where it needs to. I mean, how would we forget the batteries?
Right, okay, so that's the next thing that we'll add then. Batteries and more rockets, and then we're sorted. Nah, you've got no control over this. You might as well just fast forward and just fucking dart it.
Absolutely not.
Oh, well,
Geordies
this
do
is-
not surrender.
Yeah, but this is riveting, isn't it? We're just going to have 20 minutes of slowly drifting down to the inevitable smash into the fucking...
Nothing is inevitable.
Put the legs out.
It's not time for the legs.
Make me feel better. I just can't help but feel I've designed what I'm sure many would agree is the perfect rocket. And you've went... if you remember just 10 minutes ago, you detached that stage... still managed to do some manoeuvring without the sabotage. Well, fucked at that point,
You
really.
designed this rocket.
And the rocket is fine.
It has no
gimp,
power.
The gimp
It
that
has
hit the
no
space
power.
bar. The gimp that hit the space bar and then detached everything and then made would do this ridiculous massive
That
fucking
is the
trajectory.
problem. That is the problem.
That problem was caused because we had to do all those extra fucking manoeuvres on account of you detaching the rocket and splitting it in two when it was mid-launch.
Bullshit.
Fuck you sometimes, you know that. This would have been absolutely fine if you hadn't done your usual thing, and I think I've said it on every fucking video we've done so far. If you hit the space bar when you panic, things go wrong, and if you didn't hit the space bar, we would have been fine. We still would have had charge because we wouldn't have needed to do all these little extra...
I don't know what your
maneuvers and
problem is, because I'm going to land this. I do not need power to land this rocket.
Still 40,000 feet up, and you're speeding up. I just cannot see this happening.
O ye of little faith.
Even when we get there, we can't get back.
Of course we can.
No, we can't.
We've got the rockets.
We can't steer.
We've got the rockets. The rockets will steer us. I can steer using the thrust of the rockets. It just means my manoeuvrability is greatly reduced.
I'm just not seeing this this working at all.
Well, we're going to know
that
pretty
definitely
soon.
we're onto a winner here with the nipple-less Wonder, the nipple-less Wonder Mark II, with its extra bits and pieces and some spare batteries, and we're sorted. Totally got this in the bag. Coming in fairly sharp there. I'll put the legs out. Go on, double G, put your legs out. I love the legs coming down from the actual landing capsule there as well. Makes us feel extra safe about this.
I can't rotate this, so we're coming in at the angle that we're coming in, and there's nothing that we can do about that.
We haven't actually landed the Kerbal on the moon.
Whoa,
have
whoa,
we?
whoa, 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 whoa. What's just happened?
I think you've ended up pushing with enough force to push yourself back up a touch.
I haven't pushed us out of orbit. No.
Oh, that's not happening. It's just you've managed to sort of stop your vertical velocity from coming down, and you've pushed it positive again.
But I need to flip this fucker up right. Otherwise we're going to land on the arse.
We've been video bombed again. You never turn off your Steam.
and I say in every video, I need to turn off the Steam UI.
We've got if we've got some catchphrases for Geordie Space Program so far, we've got put the legs out, you've been photobombed, turn your Steam off, and don't hit the fucking space bar. If we can stick to those three things, we're sorted. We've got this totally in the bag. Speed up a little bit, speed the time up. Fucking miles up here.
Do you really want to speed the time up when we're so close to landing? A powerless rocket? You see, the speed is rapidly accelerating.
Well, yeah, but, we've got the fuel there just when you're getting a little bit closer.
The problem I found my retrograde.
This is like, it's slowly coming up. I'm not doing too bad. But this is like death by 1,000 cuts, just all these little bursts of power. Look, it is starting to come up. We're still going to be coming down at some speed. And coming down, like, horizontally speaking anyway. You don't want to use up all your fuel. You're still 5,000 metres up here. Well, maybe a bit less, because obviously it's the moon, and that's sea level.
It's looking pretty mountainous.
It's a big rock.
I shouldn't be pointing directly up.
You should.
I should.
That's how you land.
But I'm not coming in straight down. But this fuel situation is painful. Given that the fuel is the only...
Really, what you need to do is have some brass neck, get yourself closer, and then junk it up. Because at the minute, we're just going to burn all our fuel floating ever so slightly sideways across the planet till we've got no fuel, and then we're darted. Get yourself down fairly close, because we're still not doing a ridiculous speed.
I cannot warp any faster at the moment.
Fuck me. So where do you think we're going to land? And have a look down there below a bit. We'll be coming down probably onto the side of that crater, you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, we're not moving at a great speed, so we're not going to go too far.
Click where it says surface.
Yeah, just flicks it between your equivalent velocity. It seems to be coming up quite quick though, doesn't it?
It does. I'd probably start a bit.
In fact, we are in a crater.
Yeah, start it. And then just keep that kind of hovering around 10, and then cut it. A bit more. No, cut. No. Kangarooed myself over the fucking edge of the crater. Cut your engines, you're just burning fuel.
I can't cut the engines because I need to use the engines to straighten the ship back up, remember?
But that just points we're up in the air again. Look, we're climbing. We're climbing again.
We're going to come back down, and we're going to come back down hard. But the ship is still rotating, you see. That's the problem I'm having. Every time I want to sort the ship's movement out, I need to put the engines back on. But every time I put the engines back on, we move further away from where we need to be.
Well, if you burn the engine anymore here, we're just going to end up going faster. That's a very big pointy mountain. That's just coming up on the horizon there as well.
I could
the crater.
I could EVA and try and land with the EVA.
We're not doing too bad here. It's excruciating to watch. I'm bored and we're fucking playing.
You see, look at this. I'm tipping back towards it again.
Well, you can't do anything about that though, can you?
Well, I'm going to have to, because if the engines go perpendicular with the planet...
But you're just going to keep doing this ad nauseum until we run out of fuel and you can't do it anymore, so you might as well just do it.
Actually, yeah, the ground is right below us.
See? Oh, look, that's alright. Right, burn a bit now. Whack it.
No, not whack it. If we whack it, we're going to go back up again.
But we're going up sort of in the right direction. No, that's not working.
I've got no control.
Right, just cut it then, because we're going back up again. Fuck me, man.
We're stuck in a loop.
Right, fuck it. We don't burn until we're about to hit the ground, and just to control our speed, alright?
We could try and get back to Kerbal.
No. We
I could do a science report. We didn't put a fucking communicator on it.
We can't even crash, mate. Never mind fucking getting home.
This is what I fear. We're going to land upside down.
Give it a little bit of a burst once it goes kind of horizontal, because that'll just cut where... What we need to do is cut that horizontal movement.
Oh, we're coming in now.
We are. Burn, quicker. Oh no, we're fucked. Burn hard.
Oh, fuck! fuck!
Right, we're going to come in again now. Look, that wasn't a big jump.
Fuck.
Coming in. We're doing alright. Concentrate. Eye of the tiger. Too fast.
It's not too fast, it's fine. The legs will break, but that's all.
I doubt that there's fuel in these tanks and that's explosive. We're motoring along at quite a fucking speed here.
Yeah, but it's all vertical.
No, it's
horizontal.
It's all horizontal, yeah. That's the problem. That's what's going to... Touchdown, sort of. Nearly.
Shit!
Oh my god, I think we're down. Oh, we're down? Oh no, that doesn't look good. Oh, hang on. No, we've got a leg. Take the leg in. Right, I think we're down. We've still got my fuel.
And thank you for watching this episode of Geordie Space Program.
I don't know why you'd want to, but if you want to drop a like, a comment or a subscription, probably filled with abuse for the pair of it, that would be much appreciated, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.